Hello everybody, welcome back. Before I get started with this episode, I had one request. Somebody commented saying they wanted to see the settings to make sure I hadn't customized anything for some reason. So I will show that when I go to load here. This is the current run we've been doing. I just decided to call it 500 days. This is Interloper. We're at almost at day 90. We're in the transfer pass. This was my previous one, which you'll see in the stats. This was up to 226, but none of this one was filmed at all. And this was my practice, my practice one, like from last December when I got the DLC and started playing this game again. Now, I'm going to go back, and some of you may not know, when you choose any one of these, the settings are locked. But if you want to customize something, let's say, so you want to see, okay, well, these are the default interloper settings, and then let's say you just can't stand the blizzards, and you just like, okay, well, we're just gonna do low, and then we'll just set it to blizzard frequency none or something like that. You know, if you want to customize that. And then you confirm the area, and then you say where you want to start. And let's say I do this. I'm just gonna do this as a as an example. Okay, so now this is basically a customized interloper, right? Okay, so it's saved. So now I'm just waiting. Okay, just want to exit. So you can tell what kind of run somebody's on. If they're on a customized, you get the toolbox icon, or you get the icon associated with said type of run. You know, so you get this customize, or you get the symbol of whatever it is, right? So if I say I want to start a new one, I'm going to get this symbol right here. This for the pilgrim, the fox, you're going to have this there, or stalker, you'll have the picture of the wolf there, or interloper, you'll have this picture of the skull with the crow on the skull. So that's how that works. So then let's go, and we're going to load. I'm just going to delete this one because that was just to show you. Now we're going to go into our current run. And when we look at, as you can see, when we escape, we have this interloper here. And then when we go into the total stats, you see it, we're actually at day 91. That was interesting. It said 89 days between. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know why it was doing that. This is our current skill set level. Current things here, whatever else, and then notes. Some people take notes. I just don't take notes. As you can see here, this is my current stats. We're at day 89. Isn't that something that says we've survived 89 days? But when you go back to here, it says 91. That must be some kind of a game quirk or something. So these are our stats. This is that 226 day one, the game I decided to call Wolves Suck. So other than that, there's really nothing else left to show. This is our current gear that we have. And then I have this. I'm just going to remember, I just want to drop this now that I'm looking at it, because we don't need to bring this with us. Let's see, are we going to sleep anymore? I don't know if I'm going to sleep anymore quite yet, but just to be safe, I'm going to, let's see, I'm just going to actually even put these on here. There must be an aurora out. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of noises out in this region. A lot of noises. But just to be safe, I'm going to pick this guy up here, just so I don't forget. One time I did, when I started playing this game again, I forgot my improvised bedroll, like, right in here. Is what happens, so. Let's see, so what I wanted to do we have enough teas to get going here? I don't know. Let's see, so I got 7. That's enough, but I'm trying to decide if I want to get going in this, but let's see, are we going to run into, yeah, we are going to run into some wolves if we take off right now, so let's try to avoid that. Let's go ahead and take care of some other things. So if I do get another request for that, I'm just going to point them to episode 34. Just say, look at episode 34. We went over some things to do that. I do find the request a little weird because you're just not really. I mean, I think working in the tech industry, I know you can do like mods and stuff like that. And you can mod the game and whatever, but I did try to mod the game just to play with some other settings. Sometimes that adds extra flair and you get, it's more interesting, quite frankly. But that was on my old Windows 11, and I couldn't get the mods to actually work. I downloaded, I think there's a couple different ways to mod, like there's like some different programs or whatnot. But I did try to do that. I think probably like last December because I saw another character. Because there's different things you can do, right? You can say, well, I'm going to do a run where we have an endless fog or an endless blizzard, right? For example, so endless blizzard. You're not going to have any predators out at all. You're going to have deer carcasses, but you're basically reduced to fishing, basically. Unlike an endless blizzard. So there's certain things where it's enticing. You can do certain things like that. But personally, I'm not particularly interested in that. I'm just trying to get things done naturally, is what I'm doing. So let's see what we can kill some time with. We have some more mushrooms. And then we'll take another nap. I don't want to go out in this aurora. Get another dressing. I think that brings us up to 2. We do need a couple more pieces. Yeah, 2. I like to have 3 on me. We have this for repairing of other things. I think they changed the amount that this improvised installation degrades. Because I think when I first used it before the last patch, it seems to degrade a lot faster. And I don't know if it was because maybe I had it on the outside. Maybe I did have it on the outside because this now is down to 90%. Because this seems like, so this is the outside column, what you have on the outside, and then what you have on the inside. So as you can see, like this is the newest coat we have, but it's already down to 94%. This is our older coat, and it's only 97%. Right, so yeah, we're already starting to get degradation here. I was thinking of doing some repairs, but I'm just gonna skip that for now. Oh, an hour and 25 minutes, so, or 1.25 hours, technically, not an hour and 25 minutes. Do we have enough bandages? Yeah, we're good. So we're gonna fill up on water. And then we're just going to sleep. Oh, not past time. I want to sleep. Sleep as much as possible. Okay. All right. The aurora should be over, basically. I'm just gonna eat a few more cattails here. We haven't killed anything in this region. Yeah, the aurora is over now. It's early morning. So what we should do is let's warm up our teas for the rest of the, because this is a long walk from where we're at now. And we do need to pick up some more coal. I almost forgot about that. We want to bring coal with us, so that's our fuel right now. Yeah, so let's, and I'll put the, oh, not that, I want to put the pans down right now. Then we'll just start it. 95, we're not quite at level, not quite at level 5 fire starter. We started this run with the 2 buffs. The 2 buffs I chose were, if you saw it, I chose the fire starting buff, which starts you at level 3, which basically says you don't have to use any tinder, which is great, and then your matches are going to last longer because you're just not going to waste as many most of the time. So, all right, might as well get rid of this reclaimed wood. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to start 2 more. Let's see, what did we have in there? We had, how's our water anyway? Okay, our water's fine. All right, so the thermos. All right, so we have 7. So 2 is fine, but then we have to put these out here. We gotta warm these guys up for the journey. There are a number of caves along the way, so you can warm up in there. There's a trailer we'll eventually hit once we get into Forsaken Airfield. There's a trailer we'll hit. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait until these all are ready. Alright, let's drink our first buff here, and then we'll have 8 for the thermos. Remember to pick up the pans. Are they all ready yet? I'm just gonna pick them up once they're all ready. Almost. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And fill the thermos up. Double click. Move all to container. Escape, escape. And we are ready to go. Alright. I'll loot these guys when I come back. We're not in need of any core items. Oh, I forgot the coal. Almost forgot the coal. I don't want to head out here without coal, because...
Looks like I survived another night.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh. I don't need that reclaimed wood. I'm just going to drop that. We'll pick up sticks. Where's the reclaimed wood? Drop. Okay. Now let's go. And we'll pick up some more sticks. We'll use that for more fuel. My strategy is with the coal, I like to just use 1 piece of coal to get the warmth, and then you add more sticks when you're traveling. You don't really want to travel with wood because it weighs a lot. The sticks add up fairly quickly, so you do need to watch out for that, but looks like there's a maple sapling over that way. Now the quality of these videos, since I've been traveling, the picture quality is going to improve once I get back home. I'll be heading back home early next week. So really for probably the past 15 or so episodes, the quality hasn't been as good because I've been using my family's internet here, which the upload is literally 1/10 my upload speed at home. So I've been using a tool to reduce the size of the video almost in half, so I'm already compressing it. And then YouTube turns around and does its own video stuff. Well, I might as well get in here just to check these. I'll just check these as we're going forward. Nothing there. Okay. But yeah, so between the two, right, me just reducing the size of the file so it just doesn't take as long. It literally takes like about 2 hours and 40 minutes to upload after I process the video. It takes about 2 hours and 40 minutes on average. So yeah, here we get in here. So this is where I've seen people, you can go this way. This is the shortcut route. But to do it, you have to come up here and then you have to try to run off of that top, this top thing up here. If I can get up here. Yeah, so the way to do it is you have to run off of this branch. And I'll try it. Oh, I did it. Holy cow. Okay. I've never been able to do this before. The one time I did do it, I broke my ankles. Well, not broke it, but I got sprains. Okay, well, we did it. But since I'm doing a video, right, yeah, so now we're up here. So this is like a direct shortcut back, okay? And this is the way, so this would literally cut across the long route. But since this is a video, I'm gonna go down and go the long way. Because we'll go through where the... Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, the first time I tried to do it, I fell down and I got like 2 sprains. So that was pretty cool. I didn't think I didn't think it would work. But yeah, you have to run. So you have to start in a sprint on that branch and run. And then you actually end up on that ledge, and then you can shimmy your way up like I just did. So, and as you'll see, this is a very long way to go, and that's by their design. I'm wondering in the next patch if they'll put that tree just a little bit farther away so you can't do that. Is what I'm wondering. They might do that. Eventually run into some wolves. There's a rabbit here. I'm not going to hunt any rabbits. There'll be 2 rabbits, at least 2, right outside the Forsaken Airfield terminal. So we'll get those first, and I'll probably do some hunting right away as soon as we get in there so that we can get the hides and guts and everything curing sooner than later. Because we're going to spend quite a bit of time here in Forsaken Airfield. We may want to do some repairing before, you know, we head back. Once we get back to Broken Railroad, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We'll have a whole bunch of stuff to do some repairs with right away. So there is that. So we're sitting pretty good. We're actually not encumbered right now, which is great. So we're moving pretty quickly. There's no blizzard. There are some caves coming up, and usually along this area, when something opens up to the right or left, I think you can bet that there will be another cave. Okay, it's time for another tea. Yeah, one time I've been playing games since I got the first Nintendo in was it 85? Maybe it was 86, 1986. Yeah, I got the first Nintendo. Didn't have my own Atari. The first games I played though were like on a Commodore 64, and that was just cartridges. It would have like Frogger and other things. That was about it. But I've been good at playing games ever since I was very young. And I remember there was one time, so when I was in college at the university, on my floor, you know, some guys, they got me into that Half-Life, the first-person shooter. And so throughout practice and stuff like that, I got pretty good at it. And one time, these two guys on my floor, they were, we were kind of talking smack to each other and stuff. And I told them, I said, yeah, you guys want to start a game? I said, I'll take you both on as you two against me inside Half-Life, right? And you know, they didn't believe I could take them on. You know, they had some kind of, I don't know, it was their own egos, right? And then so against my ego at the time. Oh yeah, so this is nice because there's no blizzard and there's no fog. So there's the tower, and the trail, you can't see it, but the trail is where we could have took that shortcut. It's beyond this, you can't really see it, but you end up kind of walking down here and you approach like that way. Okay. It's funny, so these guys like created the game, and the key in Half-Life is to constantly be moving. And if you can get that, there's a pack where it's kind of like this mechanized backpack or something that when you jump, instead of jumping straight up while you're running, if you jump while you're running with this like backpack in the game, it propels you forward quite a bit. You know, it turns you into like a huge leap. So when I'm running around getting that, then I'm constantly using that, and it doesn't like degrade in energy. So you can just literally constantly be propelling yourself forward all the time and constantly be moving. And that's the key in that game, because you are, here's a cave up here. Not really into, I mean, I might as well take a peek in there, see if there's anything decent or anything good. But yeah, so I did these two guys. I mean, I'm just kind of constantly jumping around all the time. They couldn't get a shot off on me. Plus, they were stoned, and I wasn't. So, and then like later on, they're like, "Oh, you're cheating. You're cheating." And I'm like, "Really? Here's my computer. Come over here. Examine the whole of my computer, and then tell me how I'm cheating. Go ahead." It was kind of, so I challenged them on that, and they couldn't. But yeah, so it was, their egos were like, you know, well, it couldn't be that you're better, that you're actually better at this than us. So that's got to be impossible, right? It's just how their minds were kind of working at the time. So yeah, so I've encountered that stuff in the past, and well, I mean, but that's life. Some people are better at things than others. There's a lot of things in life that people are much better at than I'll ever be, quite frankly. Like being a handyman around the house. I can do basic stuff, but I'm just not very good at that kind of stuff. In fact, my wife doesn't want me to touch certain things. She gets kind of afraid sometimes. She doesn't want me to make things worse. But you know, I can do a bunch of different things around the house and stuff like that. I know how to change a toilet, for example. But you know, it's just like anything else. You have to practice, and you have to get into things. You have to get into things a little deeper. Some people just don't do that. They'll kind of skate on the surface of something, and they'll be like, okay, well, I wasn't instantly good at X, Y, or Z. And then they'll be like, okay, well, then I'm just going to move on to something else that I'm a little more instantly good at. And I found in life that that is not the way to do things. If you want to get good at something, you got to put in the time, you got to put in the analysis, you have to challenge yourself. Like, in other words, if you want to get good at this game, you got to throw yourself an Interloper and watch videos and learn from other players. I learned, like, I had no idea about the torch chaining method, right? In the beginning, I used to think I would see Interloper, and I used to think that was impossible. Like, I'm like, are you serious? Like, we're gonna start with hardly anything plus no matches at all, and we're like instantly, we're dropped in, you know, middle of Forlorn Muskeg, for example, with like no matches, nothing. What are you supposed to do with that? You know, I used to think like that's just crazy. I'm like, that's just impossible. That's what I used to think. And then I saw some videos of some people actually doing this, and then I learned all these other techniques that I did not even imagine. Like, I didn't imagine the torch chaining method, for example. Just didn't even think of it. Didn't even imagine it. It wasn't even in my head at all. And then I saw somebody doing that, and I thought, oh, this is how you extend the life of your matches. Instead of using a match every single time you want to light a torch. And furthermore, like on lower difficulties when I first started, I thought torches were a little bit of a waste. I think there's other stuff up that way. But yeah, I thought, you know, when I would, like on Pilgrim and stuff, like, you know, I'd have a fire, and I'd be like, you know, it says, oh, you can take a torch from a fire, and I used to think to myself, well, why would you do something like that? You know, I didn't put two and two together whatsoever with that. Are there any cattails over here? We might... Another technique that I didn't even think of was how to use the torches for protection from wolves. I had no idea the dropping of the torch and the aiming was even a thing at all. And that's another thing I used to wonder about. I'm like, how do you, if you don't find a weapon right away, like a bow or a gun, right? In what universe could you protect yourselves from wolves on Interloper when you literally have nothing, absolutely nothing? Another technique I learned from watching other people were the teas. I had no idea teas had a huge effect on the longevity of being out in this just freezing cold. And then I saw people using teas in that way. And I was like, holy cow, there's a bunch of coal here, yeah. I mean, not holy cow about that, but I was holy cow about the use of teas and how teas really extend things. I was thinking of sleeping, but since the weather is so nice, let's just keep it going. And that's the other thing I learned too on Interloper, like you have to take advantage of the weather. You can't... Let's see, we probably have a lot of sticks. I'm actually gonna drop like 6 sticks, and I'm not gonna pick up any more. And then let's exchange that with just some more coal, because I just want to have more coal at the... it's a handcart, at the Forsaken Airfield. Alright, sometimes there's stuff here. Yeah, there's like 1 can of soda. Oh, a battery.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
So I'm just gonna put this battery out in the open, so I know it's here. Yeah, we'll just put it right there. Yeah, so there's a lot. People get a little intimidated by Interloper because, like me, I used to be very intimidated by it. I used to get scared about it, be like, well, there's just no way. Like, and I even saw before I stopped playing the game, like what, in 2018? So I played it for a little bit and then I kind of stopped in like 2018, early 2019. I saw one screenshot that somebody had on their Interloper and it looked like their gear and it looked like this in a way, like, except for didn't have some of the other things, but yeah, all this stuff, and it was Interloper, and I was kind of like, nah, that's got to be that's got to be a screenshot of some other difficulty. I just didn't believe it, quite frankly. Um, Again, not until I started watching other players and the techniques that they were teaching about all this stuff. The T's, the torch chaining, the torch protection from the wolves, not carrying, when you're transitioning around, trying to avoid carrying meat on you. You know, those kinds of things. So that you're not attracting. Okay, I think we got, yeah. So we're done with this. Okay, so we just continue along the road. Again, I'm not going to hunt anything right now quite yet, until we get to the Forsaken Airfield. We'd already be at the Forsaken Airfield, or the airport, I would say, if we would have took the shortcut, but since this is, I also using these videos as instructional. Is there a cave up there? Yeah, so another cave up there, I think. So there's plenty of caves to head into. But again, you don't want to go into this region until you're certain that you can stay warm without a fire in a cave, I would say. And I think the minimum there would be 18 degrees. Like once your gear is at a point where you have an 18 degrees Celsius add, then I think that's the threshold. And my long dark coach, Pest 789, he's been tweaking me. I was resisting the use of this flask, the insulated flask, just because I just didn't like how quickly it would degrade in heat. It would lose its heat so quickly. But then he just kept to encourage me. He was persistent in saying, well, you know, yeah, you're right. It sucks, but you know what? It really is better than nothing if you just start getting used to using it. It's much better than heating the teas like we would do before, because they would get colder even faster without the insulated flask. So there's that bit of wisdom and there's this patience in what people would call long dark community, and people can be pretty persistent in trying to get you to adopt certain wisdom. I tell my daughter, some people define wisdom as the ability to learn from other people's mistakes without having to make them yourself. That is somebody who is wise. They do what's called adding to their learning. They don't resist new knowledge coming their way. That is good. Yeah, they're cold now, so we don't need to drink anymore for right now. And the use of these teas as well, in the absence of fishing and eating other food, is protecting against scurvy. We have not had a scurvy warning yet because of the teas and because of the use of cattails. Cattails has some vitamin C. But eventually we'll get into a situation where the scurvy warning will come on, and then you can just drink a rosehip tea, a reishi tea, eat some cattails. Cattails are pretty low in vitamin C. It takes quite a bit, but it would be nice to be able to have like a scurvy meter, or a vitamin C meter, I would say. That would be interesting to see, right? On what the total capacity is and then how much it goes up or down depending upon what you're eating. Like a can of peaches versus, say, a can of pork and beans, right? Or cattails. Like for each cattail, what percentage of each cattail is it putting up? Is it like a 1% increase in my vitamin C I have, or what, right? So that gets interesting. Oh, we got some. We only need 2 more of the lynchins
My fingers feel numb.
to make our 3rd dressing. So I'm just gonna grab 1 more. And for the Forsaken Airfield, this is actually really good weather, believe it or not. I mean, with all of our gear, we have 2 down arrows. We'll start to freeze a little bit, but we're almost to the airport. And we have a clear day. Now, I think I was saying before in this region, there's the glimmer fog thing, and the glimmer fog immediately starts you on insomnia risk. And okay, here's a wolf over here, or that could be our lunch. We have to warm up first before we hunt. There's deer as well that's nearby the airport, and now that I'm a level 5, we can crouch, and we can fire while crouched. So I'm gonna start getting into that habit because it's been so long since I've been level 5 now. I have to rebuild that habit of crouching and then aiming, or and then taking a shot. So you can go one of 2 directions here. You can head right over to the terminal over there, and the tower. This is this bluish building is kind of like a garage almost, and then this is the hangar. And so we're just going to go into the hangar. Now for the glimmer fog, the only 2 locations that I know of to combat the effects are the basement in here, and then there's a cave that's a transition from like the frozen water to where there's another cabin. And I've heard that that's a 2nd location. Now there will be a 3rd location that we can protect against the glimmer fog, which is the bunker that we uncover as a part of Signal Void at the end. Alright, so I'm not going to really do much looting quite yet, I don't think. I want to drop some stuff. Let's go down into the basement first. And then I just want to create some more capacity for carrying things. There's a lot to loot in this region, as you can see. These planes have a lot of compartments where stuff can be in. So there's that as well. And the basement is over here. And you will need a light source down here. And like I said, this is one of the places, like, we're going to sleep here probably the majority of the time. In here, this protects you against the glimmer fog effects. And if you do get insomnia,
Gotta be something useful in here.
It's probably one of the lightest ailments you can get in this game. Between that and cabin fever, I would say. Because with insomnia, you just don't sleep as well. You can still sleep. And then the way you combat the insomnia is just to drink an herbal tea right before bed if you have it. It's not that big of a deal. It just really isn't. Now there is a forge down here too. This is one of the places for a forge. And now that we're here, let's dump. I'm going to dump up to... Yeah, that's good enough for now. So we'll dump that many pieces of coal. Here's the bed. We don't have to use our bedroll. Let's see, what else am I carrying that I just want to get rid of? Oh, we're going to drop things that we used to make stuff with. So there's the workbench over here, so I'm just gonna drop things right here. Like these guts, this thing, those two things. How heavy is that? It's only 0.5. Yeah, let's look for heavy things. I don't need to carry that many feathers with me. I'm just gonna do what I do by storing. Yeah, let's just put them all in here. Okay, let's see what else. We are wearing everything there. Anything else we want to drop? Oh, we want to drop some food items. Let me just drop these right here, kind of spread things out a little bit. So I'll drop these potatoes, drop this, or these two things. We have plenty of cattails, drop that. Alright, anything in here? Doesn't look like it. We'll keep all that for now. Okay. Now, we can go looting the rest of this. Hang on one second. Alright, we're back. Alright, it's time to loot. We're gonna loot this place. It's about 41 minutes in to this episode, so I mean we're really gonna use the remainder of the time to loot the Forsaken Airfield. We might start the Signal Void actually. Alright, so let's see, I do this, usually do this in a clockwise fashion, and I get the interior here. So, let's see, what do we got? Anything here? Nothing here. This is probably around like my third time looting this place. I tried it on lower difficulty, and then I was looting.
Someone's stash.
It's just a book. Yeah. Alright. Nothing here. Yeah, I do a clockwise on both levels, and then I do the interior, and then I grab everything and bring it downstairs. Into that basement area. Kind of hoard it. And yeah, it remains to be seen what we'll bring back with us from this region, other than the radio. And those required quest items, I like that they have them be 0 kilobytes and kilobytes. 0 kilograms in weight. But yeah, if anybody knows of a good way to mod the game, I would be interested in knowing that, because like I said, when I tried to mod this before, it just didn't take. I couldn't get it to work. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I'd imagine the way of modding changes from time to time. I mean, between patches is what I'm wondering, and maybe the couple that I found were older. I don't know. All I know is when I tried to get things working and tried to do like for example, one of the mods I'm really interested in using is the ones where you can modify where you can modify the interior of cabins and stuff and just move things around, because I just don't like how cluttered things are. I'd rather have that like this stuff. Like, you know, you can't pick up any of this stuff. You know, you can you can harvest this cloth and stuff and they'll disappear, but like you can't say like, okay, get this piece of paper off of here or move this plant. You know, I don't like that. There are mods where you can do that. You can sort of restructure cabins and their layouts. That's something I'm interested in doing. But I'm not seeing, or I can't get I don't have a way to mod quite yet because, like I said, I failed at getting some of those things to work. So, in here, okay, now we started over there and we went clockwise around, so we're gonna go counterclockwise at the upper level. So let's see, anything here? Nothing here. Leather. Got a bit of leather in here, which is nice. Looks like we got a recipe. Flight porridge, that might be, I don't know if I may have made that one. I'm usually not, I haven't gotten to the recipe game quite yet of making custom things like that. I'm just gonna leave that can there. I'm gonna take that. Anything up here? So I know you can make pies that have different buffs. Oh, I just lost my well-fed because I haven't even been paying attention. Because I've been talking the whole time. Okay, and just looting. I saw my well-fed disappear in front of my face. I was like, oh, you gotta be
Too
kidding.
much stuff to carry.
Yeah, so we probably, okay, so after we're done with this sweep of the both levels, I'll save the interior for later. We'll loot the interior of this later because we got to check all the plane compartments and stuff, and then we're just gonna take all this stuff downstairs. And then I'm thinking we'll just go outside, and then if there's anything in the showers here. And I'm thinking we'll just go outside at that point, and oh, I got this trash can. And we will get a deer. And we should be able to get a one-shot, one kill, because we can sneak up on him. Yeah, this guy's been talking to me how hungry he is, but I've been talking, so I haven't been listening to him. So, yeah. Now we're really heavy right now, because we got a bunch of water, scrap metal, all kinds of stuff. Is this, okay, that goes, there's a back door and this is the back door, and there's a ladder, a stairway that comes up, not a ladder, a stairway comes up there. Okay, we'll get this. We'll go back downstairs, and I'll probably
starting to slow me down.
I'll probably eat some of the food here. I'm probably not gonna haul a whole bunch of. This is where the teddy bear is I was talking about. Probably not gonna haul the food back. I mean, we have the travois, but I don't know. I'll make that decision when I get to it.
Could end up being useful.
Oh, we had another sewing kit. Could always use more sewing kits. For those that don't know, once the sewing kits run out, you use your fishing tackle. You make your fish hooks from scrap metal, and then you make your fishing line from guts, cured guts, and then that becomes your sewing kit. The fishing tackle. It's usually something. Maybe it's on other difficulties. I think I found something over that way. Let me just make sure. Okay. I thought there was something over there usually. Alright, that's down. We've already started our progress towards well-fed, but I'd rather not dig into my cattails so much. Yeah, I got 15, so I'll look at baseball. Too bad I can't bring that back as a memento. Oh, we have another note in here. It'd be nice if you could bring that baseball back as a memento. There's a piece of gold at the end of Buried Echoes that you can bring back. So I bring that back as a memento to the main base and I just put it on display there. It's kind of cool gathering different things, displaying them. Alright, let's just decide what we're going to eat. It's going to sustain us till we get out, till we get a deer. Yeah, might as well just eat all these chips and stuff. I don't really like eating the food so much. I'd rather hoard it. I just think it looks kind of cool when you know, you're on Interloper and you just got into food hoard mode and you just don't eat it that much, and then you just have like a, you know, a table completely full of food. I mean, even though it's all zero quality, right? But still, it's kind of funny. All right, so coming down here to drop a bunch of this stuff. Let's just do that. I'm gonna drop. Let's just drop 4 liters, and then we'll drop other things like this, this. Other things we picked up. This thing. Okay, we're down there. That's good. What else? I don't need. Let's drop these 2 sewing kits. Let's see. Yeah, I don't need these scrap metals. How are we doing on weight? We're still pretty heavy, but we have all those torches we're carrying with us. What else is making us heavy? Trying to see that. Oh, we have the reclaimed wood. Okay, that's much better. Alright, now let's go and grab a deer. Let's see, it's the afternoon. Sounds like it's windy out, but shouldn't be. Yeah, I can hear the wind. Sounds like it's pretty windy out. Hoping there's not a blizzard. Okay, we'll go this way. There's more to loot. Quite a bit more. Yeah, pretty windy out. I don't think. Kind of hug this building. As you can see, we only have 1 down arrow. As soon as we step out, though, it's going to increase. Yeah, see that? It jumped to like 3 down. It's really, really windy out. So we'll be able to get a deer, but unless the weather changes, we're not going to be able to harvest it. If they're out, they should be right over this way. Although I am not seeing them. I'm not seeing the deer. I may have to go grab a wolf. This is blizzard speed wind chill. It sounds like a blizzard, actually, with how fast the wind's going. But yeah, there should be deer over this way, but I'm not seeing them. Sometimes they don't spawn right away, and then you have to kind of turn a little bit. And give the game a little bit of time, the same way you can do this with feathers around something. but I haven't really seen that work that much for deer. Uh, we're not, let's see, we're too heavy, and let's see. Oh, looks like the wind kind of changed again a little bit. Now there's a rope over this way. I think the wind is dying down. So there is a cabin up this way, but you have to climb up a rope. We don't have to, you can go the long way. We might just decide to do that. But the weather is behaving quite very well right now. Wow. I'll take it. Especially for this region. Okay, so where is that rope? Where is it?
Can't feel my hands.
I don't think I'm going to be able to climb up it though, even with a cup of coffee. I think what I'm going to do, I wanted to get a deer, and now we're pretty far away, so I'm just going to go around this way. There's a longer way, you don't have to use the rope. Can I get up this way though? I'm looking at this right here. I mean, the further down you go, the easier it is to go around and then get up here, is how this works. Because there should be a deer walking around up here, so I'm going to try to come up this way. Yeah, there's a pond with, I think there's some cattails, maybe like 3 or something, up this way. But yeah, I'm glad I found, okay, so this isn't too bad. I didn't have to go all the way around, because you go down that way. There's another way to get up here. Okay, so I'm glad the weather's behaving. We'll start freezing here very soon, but we're by a cabin. There is a cabin up this way, and there's usually like one deer, kind of probably over that way somewhere. And there's usually a wolf around here too, so we will get some food up here. Just trying to keep an eye out for the wolf. Now the bunker we uncover is over that way somewhere. Yeah, he's spotted us. I have to find out where he is first. Okay, get him on a straightaway. So this is what I do for wolf hunting. Again, is if they haven't jumped you, right, and you have time, you want to lead them to a flat, more of a flat area. And then it's much easier then to get them. And then I just give a jerk there. I start backing up. And then he got scared. Yeah, that's been happening. I don't... Okay, so we have a maple sapling over here. Now the deer, if there is one, might be on the other side of this boulder. Yeah, he turned a little too quickly. I didn't want to take a shot because I didn't want him to run off with one of my arrows if I missed his head. But if they get scared, as you've seen me before, yeah, so I can grab him again if the deer isn't up here. I'm gonna see if the deer is. But if it takes them long enough to turn around, like they get in the scared mode, then I'll aim quick and I'll try to get him right in the head. Okay, there might be a deer up this way. And if you didn't see, the cabin's right down there by that lake. Or pond, I should say. If there isn't a deer walking around up here, we'll just go kill that wolf. Okay. No deer right now. There's some rabbits over there, but no deer quite yet. Okay, so let's go grab this wolf. Hopefully it doesn't run off. I don't understand all the mechanics of what makes wolves afraid. One of them is your health, I think, your energy level, whether or not you're encumbered or not. And the bear hides can have some effect as well, I think, from the bear smell. So we're just going to grab this wolf. I'm going to kill him, but I'm not going to harvest him quite yet because we're already freezing. So we're going to go into the cabin there. I might just lead him closer to the cabin. And even if he does get scared, I'm going to take a shot at him. So he was walking over here, but I'm going to lead him to the cabin, closer to it. I thought I saw him walking up that way. Where did the wolf go? What time of day is it? It's getting close to the evening. These are his tracks. Yeah, he's kind of coming. Yeah, okay. So then we're just gonna lead him over to the cabin. Come on, don't lose me. I don't recall. We didn't lose him, did we? Okay, good. I don't recall if there's cattails in this or not. A lot of times on Interloper, the smaller ponds, they won't have any. Kind of like where the hunting lodge is. Alright, so now we're close to the cabin here. There's not many flat areas quite so much, so we'll just get him right here. I'm just gonna eat one cattail. Alright, sir, don't get scared this time, please. Ah, come on, load your arrow. Shoot. Ah. See, he got scared again. It's gotta be the bear hide coats that's doing it. And this thing, I thought he looked like he was turning, so I tried to get him like that. But at least he doesn't have an arrow in him, so we just have to get warm. So he'll run around and, I mean, he'll die out there, so. But at least the arrow broke, like I said. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Alright, got plenty of cloth. Bandage. We have a radio. When we get an Aurora, we can listen to some music.
I think I can use this.
We got a trunk too. Oh, we got the river oats. Did you see that? It was like kind of suspended there. Yeah, so river oats. I'm always excited about river oats. I just like oats in general. I eat them usually about once a day for breakfast before I go to the gym. Alright, let's just use our trunk. Put things in here we don't need to carry with us. Like these guys. And yeah, I got one clothing item. On. Put the oats in here. Wires. maple saplings. Put these down. Okay, let's check the time. Okay.
I could eat anything.
Doing pretty good right now, but I'm gonna forego the river oats at the moment. And I'm gonna go see if I can find that wolf. See, I would sleep, but I'd rather just pass time. Get that up there. Okay, now let's go. Alright, let's go see if we can find that wolf. If we can, I'll just probably just quarter him and put it in the, it depends on, I think I can harvest all the meat and then just put it in the travaux. Or maybe not, just, I don't know, we'll see. So he should be, I'm thinking he should be dead by now. I think I hit him in the midsection though, I didn't get him in the head, otherwise he'd be dead. But he turned on me. Again. I'd almost rather that didn't happen. If there was a setting I could make to where, like, make it so that the wolves never are afraid of you under any circumstance. That would actually be a little easier, because they would just stay on the straightaway, and then you just hit them right in the head. And that's it. So I doubt the blood trail is still active. It's been a little windy.
I need to find food.
So yeah, let's just see if we see a carcass anywhere. He could have gone anywhere. He could have went down this way. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Let's try to keep us above the red. Yeah, he could have kept running quite a ways. Now there is a bear over this way.
Making me feel tired.
We could just go and get the bear. I think it's a guaranteed spawn for a bear, because I've always seen him there. And he is over this way. And we're still quite a ways from him, but we're not like... We are getting cold, but not that cold, so I think I might just go get this bear. The fog is starting to set in, it's hard to... Oh, there's a deer. Okay, let's just get this guy. I can quarter him, and we'll just put him in the travaux and take him back. I'll put one coal on the fire. We'll crouch. Okay, so this is the first time we've been doing this on this run. Crouch hunting. Let's see how well we can do. Oh, you're going the wrong way, sir. So... Yeah, you can't speed crawl or speed crouch and... you can turn around for me? A little bit here. Let's see if we can try to
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
close the distance more, yeah. Get another cattail. There's more cattails up on the pond. Or the lake, I should say. Okay, he's gonna come. He's just kind of hanging out. We'll use one piece of coal to harvest him, and then I think, yeah, I'll just put him in the travaux and haul him back to the cabin, I suppose. We don't have to go back to the cabin. Maybe I should just haul him over to where the bear is. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, he's still going away. I think he can walk faster than I can crawl. I think he can. Okay, so he should kind of head back towards this way a little more, I'm guessing. And then we'll take a shot. Let's go, man. I'm going to start freezing here soon. Okay, so I think... And then we'll wait for him to stop. I don't want to spook him. I'll wait for him. There we go. There we go. The power of archery level 5, everybody. Right there. Okay. And conditions starting to go down, so I do want to... I don't want to... I'm not going to quarter him without one piece of coal here. Alright. That... Well, that was good. Got a buck. Be a nice amount of meat we can leave outside. We'll eat that and we'll leave it outside the cabin.
Come on.
And then the next episode we'll go get that bear. We'll get him and we'll get his hide
Fire's life out here.
starting to cure. And one piece of coal. And a quarter should be... I just hope no blizzard happens, right? An hour and 15, I guess, for a buck, right? So, yeah.
I could eat anything right now. It's dusk. So nice.
Let's see, I'm just gonna cook one steak for right now, so I can get some calories in me for the walk back to the cabin. Give me one steak. I gotta deploy the Trova.
Too heavy.
And where's the Trova? Come on. Okay. Get that ready. 30 minutes. That, yeah, I get some calories. Alright, that's good. Put the rest of everything else into the Trova. Alright, that's good. Alright, let's get going. Now, I hope I can find my way back. It's dark, I can't see that well, don't know the region that well. I know the general direction. We're not that far from the cabin. But I'm glad I cooked that one steak because I'd have to stop and munch on cattails the majority of the rest of the way back. We will have to watch out for wolves. In fact, I should ready my bow and then pick up the Trova, so that when I drop it, the bow will come out right away. Although we are not... we don't smell technically because they still haven't fixed the reality that once you have all your stuff, stinky stuff in the Trova, you're technically, it's not on you, so you don't smell. So that's just how it is right now. Yeah, it's... I mean, I can still make out the landscape so I know the general direction. We just have to keep going this way. Yeah, if that buck didn't show up, we would have went and just grabbed that that bear. I'm hoping it'll keep letting me pull this trava up. The game gets a little weird sometimes about the places you can take the trava. Getting on some steep inclines. Okay, so we're gonna have to go to the right. It'll be nice to have some meat for us stashed outside this cabin up here. I think I'm on the right track. Yeah, this is looking like it. That wolf should be dead.
My head feel thick.
Yeah, somebody told me in the comments the moose don't bleed out. So the moose have the blood clotting capability. But we don't. Hang on. Where did you come from? You are supposed to be dead. Get over here. Get over here. If you were the one I was thinking of, you should be dead, but now you are. Okay. That's why you equip your bow and then pick up the trava. So yeah, that ground was pretty well flat, and that's what you want. I think we should be getting nearer to closer to the cabin. It's difficult to see. And again, the video quality, especially in this kind of setting, was dark because of my severely low upload speed. The videos just are not going to be as good quality until I get home. They just won't. Right? Isn't this down? Okay, I'm trying to see. Yeah, we're right at the pond. So we should be coming around the back of the cabin right now. Around the side. Maybe. Are we? Is that... Yeah, that's the cabin, okay. Is there a rabbit over there? Yep, it's a rabbit. 2 rabbits. Okay, well. Hopefully they're still here in the morning. Alright, yeah, so we're in the back side of the cabin. Let's see if we can get closer through this way. Okay. Not quite. Alright, so what we'll do...
All this gear is
All to
slowing me down.
inventory. And we'll get into the cabin here. To the door. Is this the door? I didn't pass the door. Oh no, this is the door. There. It's kind of hard to see. Alright. Alright everyone, well, next episode we'll process everything we just picked up. And we'll cook that. Probably just process everything, cut it up, throw it outside, and then we'll go to bed. We'll see. You know, we're exhausted, so. Alright, take care.